Last month during Apple's Time Flies event, we didn't get any iPhones. However, just yesterday, from the moment of this recording, we got to see Apple's high speed event. During this event, they revealed the HomePod Mini, they revealed the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro. Let's get into it. Welcome back to another Tech Intro video. If you like my little recap of the Apple's event, make sure to hit that like button, share it with a buddy or two, and if you're not subscribed already, make sure to do so right away. So let's talk about the event. They opened with the HomePod Mini. Pretty much everything that this event brought us was heavily rumored already, a lot of leaks for this event. The HomePod Mini was one of those items, but nonetheless, it was still nice to see. It's a nice compact form factor, not much bigger than the Alexa equivalent, but a lot more expensive. Honestly, they both pretty much function the same. Even the Alexa Echo Dots, those also have an intercom feature, but they don't intercom or integrate with your phone. Nonetheless, if you live in the Apple ecosystem, then you will benefit greatly from this because it will work from anywhere, your Mac, your iPad, your phone, even CarPlay, which was very surprising. Props to Apple on that. Moving on to the phones, the biggest feature that both of these phones, the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro, is 5G. And that was a little bit obvious with the title of the event, how they called it high, speed. And then they also had what appears to be radio waves coming off of the event. So let's just say everybody saw it coming. Not to mention, Apple devices are a little bit behind the ball on this. We've seen 5G already on a lot of Android phones. One thing to note about the way that Apple's implementing this that I personally did like, I don't think we actually see this on Android phones. Whenever there isn't a strong 5G signal, the phone will revert back to an LTE connection, saving you on battery life. Now, aside from the 5G signal, what else did they show us? Well, we got the new A14 Bionic chip. The A14 Bionic is now the fastest chip on a smartphone. They also have edge-to-edge OLED display. Something pretty cool is now the ceramic shield that's used for the glass of the phone. The iPhone 11 Pro was already a great phone when it comes to durability. We've seen this in other drop tests from people like Everything Apple Pro. And now with this new ceramic shield, this is supposed to be 4 times better in drop performance. So the only thing this is really shattering is the competition. You also have night mode for selfies, and it also now comes in 2 sizes, the regular and mini. Moving on to the iPhone 12 Pro, the Pro camera system got a bump in specs. This makes sense since this is the Pro model after all. The Pro camera system takes the low light photography to the next level. This is true for the iPhone 12 Pro Max, but it takes an even bigger leap. The Pro obviously also has the ceramic shield. And let's not forget about 5G. No longer do we have the green color option, we now have what they're referring to as Pacific Blue. Personally, I'm not really sold on this color. I do like the blue of the iPhone 12. It matches more with the new Apple Watch Series 6. There's a blue variant. I think those two blues are identical. This Pacific Blue doesn't really match, so it's not an ideal situation for those that wanted that blue watch. This is now the second iteration of the Super Retina XDR display. It has double the resolution when compared to last year's model. You have the iPhone 12 Pro at 6.1 inches and the Pro Max at 6.7 inches. Both the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 12 Pro, Max model included, both got a redesign. They now have a form factor more closely that resembles the iPhone 4 series. However, the Pro model actually has stainless steel. The Pro models are using LiDAR technology, which can scan any area that you're in more accurately. The Pro models are still featuring the wide, ultra-wide, and telephoto lenses that they had from the previous model. The new Pro Max actually has a new sensor shift OIS, which instead of moving the heavy lens, it now moves the chip inside the phone. They also unveiled the new Apple Pro RAW shooting model. What this essentially does gives you a standard RAW image and combines it with Apple's image pipeline data processing power. This together will give you the best image possible with the freedom of shooting in RAW. Apple claims that you no longer need heavy equipment or DSLR cameras that can do these things when your phone can, in a small form factor. The biggest thing for me is probably the most important is now you can record in Dolby Vision, 60 times more color, infinitely more spectacular. And now the phone also has a magnet on the back for MagSafe accessories. So really quickly, I just want to go over some of the things that we were expecting but didn't get. We didn't get 120 refresh rate on the screen. They're still sticking with the Lightning to USB-C cable. Sad to see that we're not getting USB-C on the phone. But something else that we're not getting, we're also not getting the adapter nor ear pods. They didn't mention any battery improvements, which most likely means that there weren't any. We're getting the same battery and performance as we did in last year's model. They did, however, mention the brightness, but under a closer examination, it's still 1200 nits, the same as, once again, last year's model. Now, it's not all negatives. Some of the positives here, we got the new LiDAR sensor, we got the new camera, upgraded camera with video and Dolby Digital. We got the MagSafe magnet in the back. And we also got the new form factor, which in my opinion looks very nice and gives it a more premium look and feel with the aluminum steel. We didn't get some of the other items that we were hearing rumors about, like the iTags or the AirPod Studios. Maybe they're saving that for a different event, possibly when they talk more about Macs and the silicon that's going to come in them. But overall, making 5G the highlight of the show leaves us with much to be desired. They're most likely saving a lot of these additional pro features for next year's model. So if you're coming from an iPhone 11, I'm not even sure if this is worth an upgrade. Really depends on your situation and everyone else. Maybe somebody who's coming from an iPhone 10 would most likely benefit from all these upgrades. But I want to know what you guys think. What did you think about the event, and are you upgrading? If you are, let me know which phone and color. I'm genuinely curious. Once again, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, share with a buddy or two, and leave your comments below. I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to upgrade to this phone, but one thing's for sure, we will be talking more about it. Stay tuned.